everyone, welcome back. So the Sephora spring sale is coming up soon. I don't remember all the dates off the top of my head, but I will put all the information down below. And it's a little bit late this year. I think the VIB section starts in May, like May 2nd. I have never been a VIB Rouge in my life, and I never intend to hit that threshold. But since I am a VIB, I always end up getting a few items during the sale because who doesn't love a good deal? So I thought I would go through my loves list, which is what I kind of use on Sephora to track what I'm going to be purchasing next, and give you my thoughts on the items that I think I'm going to be picking up during the Sephora sale. So the first item I have on here is the MAC Cosmetics Art Library Flamboyant palette. It is a very warm palette. There's a lot of red in there, which has me very excited. I really like red eyeshadow. I've talked about this quite a bit, but I get super pumped when I see brands putting out a red eyeshadow palette that also has colors to make a full eye look. Like, not just red eyeshadow. I want things around that color to kind of make a comprehensive eye look. And MAC has kind of shied away from doing red eyeshadows. They've had a few collections over the years where there's been red in it, but they've never really had anything permanent. And to my knowledge, this palette is permanent. Now, the only thing I find a little bit off-putting about this palette is that there's a few shadows in here that I already have. I think Amber Lights is already in there, and I think there was something else. So I kind of found that annoying, but the price is very good. It's 57 Canadian, which is, you know, standard for a palette, but the value overall of the shadows is 228. Now, I'm still currently deciding whether or not I need this palette because I have quite a few red eyeshadows in my collection. So it's like, do I really need to pick up yet another palette? But I have been really intrigued by this one just because MAC's never really done anything like this. And although I really like that Ruby Woo set that they had for some limited edition collection, it's still not a palette. So I might be getting the MAC Flamboyant palette. One thing I am definitely picking up, and it's thankfully at Sephora now, is the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof eyeliner. And the only reason I am interested in this thing is because it has a brush tip applicator. I do not like felt tip applicators. I have tried so many of them on the market, and I just don't feel like they are fluid enough for doing winged eyeliner the way I like doing it. And Too Faced is one of my favorite brands, and I have been really not impressed with a lot of their launches lately. So when I saw that they were releasing this and it was an actual brush tip, I got really excited. Now, I have mentioned before that I need to stop looking for new brush tip liquid liners because I really like the Physicians Formula one, but there's still something in the back of my head that's making me go, there's something better out there, you just gotta find it. Now, I would want this to be a matte liner, but that doesn't seem to be possible yet in the brush tip liquid pen applicator liners, but I do want to give this one a shot, so I will definitely be picking up the Better Than Sex waterproof eyeliner. I have another MAC item on here. It is the 217 Synthetic Blending Brush. Now, MAC recently rebranded or redid all of their brushes, and they're all cruelty-free now because they've removed all of the natural fibers from their brushes. I don't notice a difference between the old version and the new version. I think the 239 is the one that I have in both synthetic and, was it goat fiber before? I don't notice a difference between the two, so I'm hoping that the 217 brush is the same. Now, I really like buying these at Sephora during the sale now because the brushes are so expensive. This brush is 30 bucks, and I hate spending that. I don't know why, I just hate spending my money on brushes. So I will buy it on sale at Sephora. There was a point in time where I tried to convince myself that the Real Techniques brushes were the same as the MAC 217 brush, and they're just not. The MAC ones are definitely better. So while I love Real Techniques to pieces and I have more of their brushes than anything else, the MAC 239 and the MAC 217 brushes are the best in those categories. Okay, so the next one is another pen style brush tip liquid liner. And I was surprised to see this because I don't know when this came out. So it's the Sephora Collection Hotline Brush Tip Liquid Liner. And initially I was like, oh, that's interesting. Sephora Collection is putting out a brush liner. That's cool. Like, I'm into it. And I wasn't initially going to pick it up, even though it was quite cheap. It's like 18 bucks, which I think is great. I wasn't going to pick it up until I started reading the Sephora reviews. And I'm not somebody who even reads Sephora reviews, so I don't know what possessed me to start looking through the reviews, but somebody on there said that it's matte. As I have already stated about the Too Faced one, I have never encountered a pen style brush tip liquid liner that is matte. It just seems to be a formula that is impossible to make because they're all a little bit shiny. So I don't know if this person doesn't have the same definition of matte that I do, but I need to try this just based on that review alone. So I am definitely getting this alongside the Too Faced one. So the next two items are 2 pairs of false lashes by Tarte. And I know I have said that I have a ton of backup false lashes in my collection and I really don't need to be running out and buying any more. But I have to say, I really miss my Tarte lashes. I think they're some of the best on the market, and the shapes that I really like are Center of Attention, and the other one is Flirt. They are so beautiful. So beautiful that even though I have 30 other pairs of lashes in my stash right now that I thoroughly enjoy, I still want to own these again because they are so freaking gorgeous on my eye. They're some of the most comfortable to wear as well. I don't find the band is particularly thin, which usually I prefer that in a fake lash, but these just seem to conform to the shape of my eye really, really well. So I need to pick these up again because it's been a really long time since I've had them and I do really miss them. And they're also cruelty-free. They're completely synthetic lashes. So next up is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. They only make one shade. It's called Universal Taupe, and somehow it does actually seem to work on absolutely everybody. I'm wearing it right now. It's on the bottom line of my brow because I use that first and then I fill it in with the NYX Micro Brow. I love that pencil so much. It applies so smoothly. It's the easiest one I found to get that bottom line of my brow because my eyelids, I guess, are kind of floppy, and it's a smooth enough pencil, but it doesn't budge after it's on there. So I'm going to be buying the mini version because wait for this. It is not only better like gram for gram in terms of price point, it works out to be less money per gram in the mini version compared to the full size. But the mini version actually has, when you weigh it all out, the exact same amount of product as the full size one. And the only reason that I know this is that the duo over at Beauty News did a video on the mini versus the full size, and they discovered that there's the exact same amount of product. So I will only be purchasing the mini, and I'm scared that the brand is going to discover that we now know that there's the same amount of product in the mini as the full size, and they're gonna like kill it. So I might actually pick up like 4 of that mini pencil. Okay, also on here, Sephora Collection Sleeping Masks. I love them so much, and they're currently already on sale for $3. Normally you can get one of those little pods for $5, and I tend to bring them with me on vacation a lot because they actually do miracles for my skin. My skin gets very dehydrated on a plane. I think that's pretty common for everybody, and when I get to my destination after like a 6-hour flight, my skin just feels desiccated and dry, and it's really uncomfortable. And for whatever reason, I brought one of these Sephora Collection sleeping masks with me one time, and I just popped it open, put it on my face, and it was life-changing. Like, it was actually life-changing. I don't tend to notice skincare doing very much very quickly. I feel like it either hydrates or it doesn't, but I feel like it takes time to fully hydrate. One of these sleeping masks, and I didn't even use the whole pot either, completely restored my skin overnight. It was miraculous. So I tend to grab the ones that are hydrating or super nourishing. So the pink one, I think it is. Yeah, whichever ones say nourishing on it are the best ones for me. There was one that was mattifying, and I made the mistake of buying that one time, and then I woke up the next morning, I'm like, oh, my face feels dry. Yeah, it's because Dumbo me didn't put on the nourishing one. But these masks are fantastic, and I'm a little bit worried they're discontinuing them because they are currently on sale, but I always bring them with me on vacation, so I will definitely be picking up quite a few of these during the sale. Okay, I have another brush tip pen style liquid liner on here. Apparently I've been quite curious about other brands recently. So MAC actually has one called the Brush Stroke Liner, and I didn't know they made a brush tip at all. I thought they only had felt tip. So when I was perusing Sephora one day, I came across this and I was like, what? Like what? How come I never heard about this? Because I feel like I've talked about brush tip liners quite a bit. I feel like somebody would have recommended it. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be buying this one because I'm already getting the Too Faced one. I'm definitely getting the Sephora collection one. So I'll probably hold off on buying this one, but I am curious about it. It is cheaper than the Too Faced one. This one's 25, the Too Faced is 28, but it is more expensive than the Sephora collection one. But yeah, I might hold off on that one. Something I have on my list is kind of a splurge item, and it's been on my loves list for quite a while, and I keep putting off buying it because it is so expensive. It's the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse, which is a oil remover for your makeup, and it is so good. It's the best I've ever tried. It smells really good. It's the best oil cleansing smell that I've ever smelled. Most of them smell like garbage, let's be honest. They don't smell good. But this one smells really nice. It works really well, but it's $62. Oh, the Sephora collection one, which is the one I tend to prefer, is 19 bucks. So I have a hard time justifying paying 62 when I could buy something for 19, even when I love the one that's 62 bucks so much more than the Sephora collection one. So that one's been sitting on my loves list for quite a while for good reason. I just can't pull the trigger on spending that kind of money on an oil remover. So it might be sitting on that loves list for quite a while longer. Okay, the very last item I have on my loves list is a moisturizer by Sephora collection. And this has been on my loves list for quite a while because I've been waiting to run out of facial moisturizer, but it's not happening anytime soon. So this will probably be pushed out till the next sale. This is the Sephora collection Intensive Instant Moisture Plus Cream with hyaluronic acid booster. I love this stuff so much. I was sent it by PR several years ago, used up the whole tub. I love the smell of it. I love how it made my skin feel, but I've just not run out of moisturizer since I've used that one. As a blogger and a YouTuber, skincare is one of the products that you are sent the most. So I have never run out of moisturizer since I started blogging, basically. And I do want to eventually get back to this moisturizer, but I might have like 5 or 6 daily moisturizers sitting in my closet right now. So I can't really justify going out and purchasing a product when I have something else already sitting in my closet. So I love it dearly. It's gonna live on the love list for a little while longer, sadly, but man, it's a good moisturizer. So that was everything on my Sephora loves list. Those are the items that I am potentially going to be buying throughout the sale, because I really do try to condense my purchases to the sale unless it's an item that I really feel like I need. But these ones are just kind of sitting there waiting to be bought. I don't think I'm going to be buying all of them because I don't need them all, and I definitely don't need 3 new pen liners at all. But I do definitely want to try that Sephora collection one and the Too Faced one. Anyway, I'll put all the information about the sale down below. I do think they've released all the dates of the different sections of the sale, because VIB Rouge shops first, and then VIB, and then Beauty Insider. I will put all the information in the description bar in case you want to look that up. But let me know if you're going to be picking anything up during the sale, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!